Peekaboo hops out from behind the rock, goes to one of the scorpions and starts punching it with jabs and straights. He thinks it's dead, but the scorpion moves a little. Peekaboo screams again and jumps away. The group laughs. Ha ha ha, I think it's dead now, Peekaboo. Eldon laughs. You're a strong bunch. Yep, very strong. Those scorpions looked like they wanted to eat me. Everyone wants to eat me, Peekaboo says. The following day, the team travels across the rocky landscape, crossing bridges and riding over dunes until they reach a place from where the city of Illiburn can be seen. Cacti and elephant trees decorate the desert landscape. An enormous stone stairway lies in front of the eastern city gate. High stone walls prevent anyone standing outside from seeing the city. Ramsey and his team ride up a flat section of the stairway made for horses. They pass the guards and enter the city. Unlike Nashia, there are no trees and lush vegetation in between the houses and structures, but these are impressive buildings with intricate architecture. The roads are paved with beautiful cobblestone patterns. It is late afternoon, and Ramsey and his team deposit their horses at the stables near the entrance. This place is big, Ramsey says. The buildings are magnificent, Chase says. I know this city. I was here a few times. Yep, Peekaboo says. Good, we'll ask you if we get lost, Ramsey says. I can't wait to have a jug of ale. Let's go to the closest tavern, Eldon says. Yes, I want to fill my belly, John Weedo adds. This way, Peekaboo leads. They walk down the street, passing the markets. It is bustling with people. There are fire dancers performing on the side of the street and people gathering to watch. Most people are dressed in cotton tunics with beautiful embroidery and headdresses. Shady-looking characters standing in a corner watch the team as they walk by. Ramsey and his friends don't look like they're from around here. People also turn to look at the big rabbit. We kind of stand out in the crowd, don't we? Chase says. I need to make a turn by the markets later for some new weapons and gear, Eldon says. Yeah, good idea, Ramsey responds. Here it is. Yep, the tavern, Peekaboo points out. The group enters the tavern, called the Thirsty Camel, and look around for a table to seat them all. They split up and go to different tables, since there are no open tables to seat all 5 of them. 3 local men approach Ramsey and Eldon. That's some nice armor you have on. You lot traveling from far. What brings you to Illiburn? One of the men asks. We're on our way to Iregos and had to stop here. We're looking for the dragons, Ramsey answers. Oh, you have a long way ahead of you. That's very brave. We heard that they have begun terrorizing the realm. They attacked Nashia, where we're from. We're going to make sure it doesn't happen again, Eldon says. They obviously haven't been here in Illiburn, Ramsey says. Well, may the gods be with you. All of us would just run for our lives if the dragons showed up. Be careful here, though. Very few can be trusted, the local man says. What do you mean? Ramsey asks. Illiburn can be a rough place. Some people would do anything for some coin, the man responds. Let's order something to eat, Eldon says. Our warriors enjoy a good meal and some ale. The roasted meat is delicious. Hey, look who's here, Eldon says, pointing. Ramsey turns around to look as Irina and her team enter the tavern. Her long, dark hair is unmistakable. You got to go talk to her, man, Eldon suggests. Yeah, but shouldn't I give them a chance to settle down first? Ramsey asks. Just go, man, Eldon insists. Ramsey walks up to Irina and greets her. Hi, Irina, how was the trip? Hi, Ramsey, we made the journey without getting into any danger. We arrived here yesterday, Irina responds. That's good. We just got here today. Traveling here wasn't so smooth, though. Had to battle some giant scorpions, but here we are. Wow, glad you made it. Irina's teammates go to the front to get drinks and leave them to talk. We have a new friend on our team. You see that big rabbit over there? Ramsey says. It's so cute, Irina says. I caught him trying to steal something from us. He tried to run for it, but after he was caught, he wanted to come with us. Was it something valuable he wanted? Yeah, we have a dragon shackle orb that will help us defeat the Alpha. I don't want everyone to see it. Wow, how does it work? My master told me that it can drain a dragon of all its energy when used with an incantation. It may be used to grant a wish as well. That's amazing. It'll give you a huge advantage. After a few hours of chatting and flirting, he leaves the tavern with Irina and they walk the streets of Illiburn. Although it's getting late, there are still many people out. I want to say thanks again for saving me that other time. My team was almost injured because of me, Ramsay says as he takes her hand. You're welcome. I don't think the dragons will be defeated by someone like me. I just hope my team will be able to assist those who are capable. That's why we're on this mission. I believe you can do it, Irina says. Thanks, it means a lot, Ramsay replies. Ramsay and Irina enjoy each other's conversation and laugh as they walk back to the inn where both teams are staying. Irina has had a crush on Ramsay for a while, but he has always seemed aloof and preoccupied when in the guild. She is finally getting to know him on a deeper level. This time is precious since either of them might die on the mission. Romance sparks between them, and they decide to spend the night together. The next morning, they get ready for the new day. Last night was amazing, Ramsay says. Yes, it was, Irina says. I hope we'll meet again soon on our way to Iragos. May we meet again soon. Here, take this link shard, she says, slipping the tiny cone-shaped piece of enchanted quartz into his hand. You'll be able to contact me with it. Take care, bye. They kiss and part ways outside the inn. Ramsay is in a great mood today. He starts walking to the tavern to find his team. On the way there, outside a jewelry store, he hears a commotion going on and someone shouting for help. One of the denizens is lying on the hot sidewalk, getting kicked by a big man in leather clothing. He is being mugged. 3 more thugs are standing there. Other people witness the situation, but turn around and leave as soon as they realize what's happening. I already gave you all I have. Please, the man on the ground pleads. You best shut up, boy, the thug shouts. Let him go, Ramsay says, approaching the group. The thugs turn and glare at him. The main thug is alerted to the shiny armor that Ramsay has on and looks at his gang. There are 4 of them against Ramsay. Are you stupid or something, Tin Can? Piss off, the main thug threatens. Ramsay unsheathes his sword and raises his shield and slowly starts walking toward the group. He feels fired up with indignation. This is the kind of problem Ramsay is passionate about. Ha 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 ha, you must be new around here. There are no heroes in this place. Let's teach him a lesson, boys, the thug says. One of the thugs holds a spear, one wields a curved sword, another takes out a grimoire, and the leader unsheathes his sword. It is clear that they are hardened criminals. One tries to slice Ramsay's face with the sword, but he parries and kicks him away. The thug with the spear gets close and attempts to thrust at Ramsay. Ramsay dodges to the side and bashes him with the shield so that he falls. Ramsay then moves around the space, keeping his enemies in front of him. The man with the grimoire casts a spell with it and fires dark energy balls at Ramsay, who blocks them with his shield. The victim gets up and runs away quickly, picking up his satchel. Ramsay casts a defensive spell on himself to negate the damage from the dark magic. A white light cloaks Ramsay for a moment. The thugs with the spear and curved sword make another attempt at attacking Ramsay. Ramsay does an area attack by jumping up and hitting his sword into the ground when landing. The circular area around him lights up and beams of light shoot up out of the ground, knocking the men backward. The mage thug fires more dark energy attacks at Ramsay, but they cause no damage because of the magic negation spell Ramsay cast earlier. They are confounded by Ramsay's abilities and stand panting and confused. I'm on a mission to kill much more formidable enemies than you pitiful thugs, Ramsay says. The main thug charges at Ramsay wildly, swinging his sword. The clanging sound of their swords draws spectators as they fight. After blocking the main thug's attacks, Ramsay hits his sword away and slashes his leg. He cries out as he falls to his knees, and Ramsay turns his gaze to the others. You want more? Get out of here, Ramsay shouts. They flinch and start making their escape, helping their leader limp away. The small group gathered a short distance away clap at Ramsay's performance. Ramsay waves back at them and continues on his way to meet up with his friends, feeling the warm glow of satisfaction at their appreciation. The sun is bright in the sky and it is getting hot outdoors. Ramsay finds Chase, John Weedo and Peekyboon waiting in a shaded area near the Thirsty Camel. Apparently, Chase and John Weedo have been arguing again, judging by their scowls. Ramsay, you're back, Peekyboon greets. Hi, Peekyboon, Ramsay responds. Who was that woman you were talking to last night? Peekyboon asks. She's, a new friend. It's none of your business, Ramsay says. Ah, Ramsay, I've searched around for information about where we should journey next. I think the best way forward is to find the old railway to the north of the city and follow it across the desert until we reach some green jungle forests. Then we should travel to the Gulf of Nipperey, where we will need to take a ship across the waters. John Wedo disagrees, Chase says. The desert is hot, and I don't like sailing over the ocean, John Wedo exclaims. It's safer and easier to navigate than going through the mountains, Chase argues. Whatever, Whitey, John Wedo says. I don't like traveling in the heat of the desert, but Chase has a point. Where is Eldon? Ramsay asks. He was training his jumping when we left him by the statue, Chase says. Near the eastern gate is a statue of the Sultan of Illiburn that overlooks the open street. There are stairways on either side of it. Eldon is practicing by jumping from the sidewalk up onto the floor by the statue. He jumps up, but only manages to grab onto the edge. After dozens of tries, he successfully lands at the top. He needs to jump higher than that to slay dragons. Ramsay and the others arrive, and Eldon greets them from above. Hey, Eldon, you managed to jump up there. Nice, Ramsay says. Yeah, finally got it right, Eldon responds. Peekyboon runs and effortlessly jumps up to Eldon. Me too, Peekyboon says. What? You made that look so easy? Eldon says with his mouth hanging open. The group laughs, and Eldon and Peekyboon walk down to the ground level. Let's go to the marketplace to get new equipment for the next part of the journey, Ramsay says. The team makes a turn in the marketplace. Eldon buys a new spear for himself and a headdress for the son. The spear has a large blade with a slight curve in the front. Chase gets himself a new pair of hose and a new healing necklace and bracelet. John Wedo's eye catches a well-embellished staff with greater power than the one he has. Ramsay purchases a new chest cuirass and gauntlets which have a slight blue hue, and a hat. Eldon also buys some carrots for Peekyboon. How did it go with Irina last night? Eldon asks Ramsay on the side. It went well, bro. I crushed it, Ramsay says, grinning. Awesome, you're the man, Eldon says. Our heroes make their way to the stables, just a short distance along the stained cobblestone pavements. The sun shines brightly against the stone walls of the buildings above them. Ramsay and the others collect their horses. Ramsay's horse is named Rebel. They pack their new purchases into their bags and make sure they have all their belongings. Ramsay looks for the dragon shackle orb but can't find it. He panics for a moment. Has anyone seen the shackle orb? Ramsay asks. The rest of his team shrug and look at him with blank faces. None of them know where it is. Oh, I have it here. Yep, hehe. Peekyboon has pulled a prank and reveals the orb. 7 hells, Peekyboon. Give it here, Ramsay commands, annoyed. That's not funny. If we run out of food, I know whom we can eat. Peekyboon gulps and looks chastened. Finally ready, they proceed to the northern city gate and set out in the direction of the old Illiburn railway track.